Merry Christmas, everyone. It's finally here. I don't know about y'all, but I wait all year for Christmas. This Christmas is looking a little bit different for us. So I guess this holiday season, I should say, because we are moving around from family to family for a couple of weeks. So earlier this month, we got to spend a couple weeks with my dad and my stepmom in South Florida. And then now we are in Lakeland, spending all the time with Chris's family. And it's just been nice to not be as rushed as normal, because I feel like the holiday season can be super rushed. That's how it was for us last year and the year before, but mainly last year, because we did 4 different Christmases in like 2 days, I think was what it was. It was insane. And so now we get to take it a little bit slower and just bounce around from family to family. And I will give you all the deets, all the juicy gossip about what is going on with the RV right now later in the video. But first, I just want to say Merry Christmas, and that I hope that you're enjoying your holiday season, that you're enjoying spending time with family, and most of all, you are celebrating the birth of Jesus, which is all what the season is about. I also just wanted to take a second and reflect on this year, because this year has been such a big year for Chris and I. So many crazy things. I don't want to say crazy, but just so many big things have happened in our life. Big transitions, big changes. First of all, we got married. Crazy. It's been, I keep saying crazy, but I guess that's all I can describe it as. It's been so cool to step into marriage, and especially another big change, which is RV life. So we started that in July, so we were only a couple months into this whole marriage thing before we made an even bigger change and traveled around the country, just the two of us and our dog. And it's just been so sweet. It's been so special. It's been the best and hardest first year for us, but we've learned so much, we're growing so much, and we can't wait to see what the future has to hold. Also this year, I finished teaching, so I stopped teaching at the end of the school year, obviously, and that's when I took on Close to Creation full-time and started doing all my blogs and everything, so that's crazy. Just, there it is again, crazy. How much has changed in the past couple months in the Close to Creation space, because I started a YouTube channel. I've, started posting blogs once a week. I'm trying to be more present on Instagram, just all the things, and growing Close to Creation. It's been so challenging, and I'm not gonna say kind of, because I definitely still have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm learning and I'm growing, and I'm just so thankful because the Lord is guiding my steps in all of it, and I definitely would not have been able to do any of it without him. And then other than that, we have been to 9 different states. So I think 7 that the RV has been in, stayed in, and then we went to 2 more states. I think it was Maryland and Georgia that we just kind of explored for the day in. But we've been in 9 different states in the past 5 months. It's crazy, but that makes me so happy. We've done so much exploring. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it, but we have just explored our little butts off, and it's been wonderful. It's been a crazy year. It's been such a good year though, and I cannot wait for 2023. I don't want to wish away the rest of the year. We still have a couple more days, but I cannot wait for 2023 and all of our plans, which I will get to later in the video. But now let's get to the whole RV part. Where is she right now? What are we doing? When are we gonna be back traveling around? That whole thing. Let's get into that. So when we got back to Florida for my sister's wedding, a nice little tropical storm popped up in the Atlantic. Her name was Nicole, and she ended up turning into a Category 1. And the campground that we were at, it got flooded during Ian, and there was already standing water, and Nicole wasn't even there yet. It was still a couple more days before it was supposed to hit, and our campsite in the front was already starting to have standing water. So we were like, we should probably check out and do we need to go somewhere. We can't stay here, because even though it's just a tropical storm, in an RV, that's not really the place that we want to be, especially when it's already flooding a little bit. So we talked with my mom, who lived right around the corner from our campsite, and we ended up putting our RV in her driveway, and we stayed with her for a couple of days. Mind you, again, this is the week of my sister's wedding when all of this is going on, and so my sister and my now brother-in-law were actually staying with my mom. They were in transition from moving from a different place. And so they were staying with my mom, so all 6 of us, so my mom, my stepdad, me, Chris, Kelsey, and then Michael, my brother-in-law, we're all staying in the house together the week of the wedding. It was crazy, but those were like really special memories that we have to look back on now. And so the wedding happened, it was beautiful. Nicole did not ruin it, thank the Lord. It came like the day before, so that was good. And then the next thing we did was we drove down south to West Palm, so the SoFlo life. We had decided to put the RV up in storage and stay with my dad for a couple of weeks, because there just weren't really any campsites around here that we wanted to stay at, and we thought that it would be really cool to just basically have a sleepover for 3 weeks. Why not? You know, when you barely get to see your family. So we put our RV in storage, which that in itself is a crazy story, because my dad looked for forever. He thought that we could just put it right around the corner, where there's like a storage area for this like village place that they live in, but turns out that they couldn't put it there. So we had to figure something out super last minute, and we found, I don't remember the website, but it's like people will let you put your boat, RV, whatever, you can store it on their property. So we found someone that seemed to work, and Chris and I left the day after the wedding down, and we drove to the place. And long story short, it was chaos. We left a little bit later than we expected to, so we didn't get to the actual place where we were storing the RV, so the person's land, until it was dark. And it was not easy to get. They had like this, it's not a moat, but they had like there's a fly. Dang it. They had like a huge dip and then a really narrow like driveway. So we had to get the angle perfect to get it in that like driveway, to get it to the gate in the back. And it was madness. I mean, I don't want to sit here and tell you the entire story because it was just so hard, and trying to get that angle right with a 32-foot trailer, I mean, is not easy whatsoever. So their neighbor, who is, he drives horse trailers for a living, actually came and started driving our truck, trying to get the RV back where it was supposed to be. Long story short, we didn't get it back where it was supposed to be. There were a lot of other problems, so we had to just park it for the night, and we were gonna come back in the morning and fix it. When we left, it was literally like leaning, or it would have been leaning this way. It was leaning so bad, and Chris and I were definitely anxious about it, but thank the Lord that our RV was fine in the morning. We got it moved to the right spot, and we were all good to go. So yes, we were in West Palm for a couple of weeks, and that was just so much fun. I mean, top things we did a turkey strut. So not like a turkey trot, we did our own strut.
That's it.
First annual.
Bye. First annual.
North Palm Beach.
Can't believe we're doing this.
Turkey strut.
It was basically a turkey trot, just we did it on our own because they sold out. Anyway, we played trivia. We went to a place that did trivia, and we won 3rd place one night. We played putt-putt. Chris beat me by 2 strokes. My dad beat me by 5 or 6 or 7. It's fine. Maddie and I, which is my stepmom, we beat the boys in cornhole, all of these things. We just had the best time. I got to go paddleboarding. It's just, I loved it. It was great. And so now we are in Lakeland, Florida, and it's just been such a good time getting to see everyone. And oh wait, I need to talk about that story too, because that in itself is its own story. So while we were in West Palm, we got a notification, or we got a call saying that our reservation for like the rest of December was canceled, which was our spot that we were going to be staying at during Christmas, and it's not too far from Chris's family, and so that got canceled because they're still struggling with the damage from the hurricane. So we had a couple of options, but there really weren't any campsites around us that we could stay at for 3 weeks, and it just would have messed everything up to try and go stay somewhere else, and we would have been too far from Chris's family. It would have ruined all of our plans. So we ended up staying with Chris's mom for a couple of weeks. So we're literally just bouncing from one family to the next, and we just parked the camper in her side yard. So we still haven't been in the RV since November. I think it's November 23rd. No, that's wrong. November 12th. Yeah, because my sister got married 11/11. November 12th. We have not been in the RV since November 12th, which is crazy. And I definitely miss living it. It's my home. Like, I definitely miss it. I'm excited to get back in to continue to work on renovations because those still are not done. Like, I've been renovating this RV for like 7 months now, and I'm so over it, but I'm gonna get it done. It's gonna look beautiful, and we're gonna have so much fun. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about was now our future plans. Like, what are we doing in 2023 that I am so excited about? Next year, we are planning, starting January, we are planning to travel all the way out west. What a dream. I don't want to give you too many specifics because things can just change at any moment, but we will be going all the way out to California, up into Washington, and coming back around and just visiting all the beautiful states of the West. And I'm so excited for it. Like, I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to bring you all along on this adventure. Thank you so much for really supporting me. The past couple of months have been interesting, trying to figure out how to make YouTube videos, and my camera footage has been super blurry, which if you've watched any of my previous videos, you see that I'm figuring all this out in real time. I am not an expert whatsoever, so it will definitely be improved by the time that we get out west. But again, just thank you so much for supporting me. It really means the world. Close to Creation is my baby. Above all, I pray that it inspires you to get out and to explore your neck of the woods. But truly, I just pray that it helps you get out and explore God's beautiful creation, whether it's, you're visiting a national park, you're going to your local state park, or you're just getting outside for 5 minutes a day and going for a walk, whatever it is. I just hope that this inspires you to get outside, because the world is beautiful and it deserves to be explored because of how beautiful it is. And of course, Close to Creation, the biggest piece of why I do all of this is because I want to show you God's glory on display. Like, that is the point of this channel, is when you get close to creation, when you get close to the outdoors, you're getting closer to the one who created it all. So thank you so much. I keep saying it, but thank you for your support, and I cannot wait to see where 2023 takes us. Signing off, I hope that you have the best Christmas and the best New Year's, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Double check my spot here. And I will say that I do have my notes down here. So if I look down, I'm looking at my notes because I'm trying to stay on track and not just talk about the other million things going through my brain at any given moment. So that was that. And my computer locked me out of my notes.